Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and I'm joined today by Nikki Hendry. How are you, Nikki?
I'm good. Feeling good.
Like I should.
Hey.
So you're responsible for buying video for our site from tipsters, from Paps.
I don't like that you say that every time we come to this table.
I just have to give you some
Yeah,
authority on
because
the
if it's
stories.
a good thing, it's great. And oh my gosh, we broke the internet. Then if it's a bad thing, it's like, you bought the video.
Yeah. Well, I was interested because Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber are in the spotlight, this week like they haven't been in a long time.
Yeah.
Like paparazzi waiting outside their church and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's weird because this is in the heels, obviously, of Hailey's dad saying that their marriage is in trouble, essentially, through prayer.
Something, maybe. I kind of have a little theory on that when we get to it.
Okay,
yeah.
well, we'll talk about that. Raquel, or Rachel, however you want to say it, she's suing Tom and Ariana for revenge porn and sharing the revenge porn.
This girl really is milking her 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a different view.
take?
Yes.
Oh, we always love it.
Justice for Raquel. Finally. Our almost news is about a Spice Girl. Things are spicy in her marriage, and not in a good way. Too spicy.
Oh, no.
But to begin with, Bianca Censori, her father, Leo, thinks Kanye is turning his daughter into a tacky, naked trophy, and the family is hurt that they're being shut out of Bianca's life. Wow.
That's wild. You know, he also has expressed, the dad, that he wants to sit down with Kanye to speak about the recent behavior.
I don't think sitting down with Kanye goes well. You know, I've tried to sit down with Kanye and it's just Kanye's monologue. You know what I mean? But this is crazy because there's been all of this speculation and stuff about she doesn't have free will. She doesn't have access to social media. Like, I've never heard her talk, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with that.
Which is weird she's one of the most famous people of this moment because of, being linked to Kanye, obviously. But she was an architect before, meeting Kanye. Like, she wasn't a model. She wasn't an influencer. She wasn't anything. And then she met Kanye, and now she's just parading around the world naked next to him and doing very little else.
Yeah, and I will say from the photos and videos that we have gotten, I know nothing about their relationship, her and Kanye's relationship. They seem very smitten with one another. Every time you do see a PDA shot of them, meaning he's hugging her, holding her, whatever. But she just does not look happy.
I mean, that is actually what her friends and family are also allegedly saying, that, it's the look in her eyes or the lack of look in her eyes.
Or the lack of a look, yeah.
She's just dead behind the eyes and following him naked everywhere.
Yeah.
This isn't the woman they know. Like, she's a vibrant, fun girl, but you don't see any of that. You just see all of her and then nothing there.
I mean, we've had videos, back, I believe, at the end of last year where they were, or maybe in the beginning of this year, where they were at Fashion Week or whatever, and he was he would bring her out of the building, and there's a crowd there, and he would be directing people on which angles to take on her and how she should be posing. And it really does. I can understand Bianca Censori's father's, intentions,
right.
Because I mean, even in here, apparently he told Daily Mail that he, wants to ask Kanye what he would do if his daughters, North or Chicago, were in a similar situation.
Good question.
Or in public in half naked outfits.
Yeah.
How would he respond to that? Because this is someone's daughter. However, she isn't a grown-ass adult, so she's making these choices that we know of to be with him. She's married to him, and yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I do see these photos, and I almost question, is she good?
Well, I mean, why wouldn't she come out and say, I'm good?
I don't know.
And because you hear about all these sort of controlling relationships, often the person being controlled is unaware or happy with it anyway.
Right.
But that doesn't diminish the fact that they are being, somewhat put as a trophy who's just seen but not heard.
Yeah, or a little puppet, okay, you're going to walk out here and then you're going to do a little dance and then you're going to walk back inside. That's what it feels like when she does these catwalks to and from the car of her, these half naked outfits. And every day it just seems to get worse. More and more clothes taken off this chick.
Yeah, I mean, this is just some architect from Melbourne. And now she is a big superstar. So that's got to be kind of cool for her. But also, What do you think her end game is? Like, what is she hoping will happen? Is she hoping, or is she just going along for the ride? Like, what? I don't, because we don't hear from her
I know,
ever. She doesn't
I
have
know.
social media. Like, I don't know what she wants out of this, or is she just in love with Kanye and
I
going
think
along?
she's just in love with Kanye and going along with it because, you know, they actually knew each other when he was still married to Kim. He was part of, you know, her, she was part of his, like, you know, company and in
Yeah.
some capacity. I can't remember exactly what, so I don't want to misquote it, but she has known him for a very long time. And so she probably knows him before all of these episodes, mental health things were starting to happen. And I think she knows who he genuinely is. And sometimes you fall in love with that person. And maybe she is in love with Kanye and just hoping that, you know, this is what he wants. This is how and maybe he, you know, lifts her up and, you know, praises her when she's in those outfits. I don't know. We don't know what
Privately,
happens behind closed doors.
I know, but you know.
But I also think it's publicly too. He's saying this is my beautiful wife,
yes,
touting her around.
but
Paris.
he's talking about her looks. Look how beautiful. I'll post my wife whenever I want because look how beautiful she is.
Exactly.
Like you and I are both married.
Yeah.
Marriages are supposed to be somewhat equal. You know, ideally.
Wow. Yeah.
But aren't they? Are they not?
Yeah, no, they are.
And I don't see that Bianca's got any sway in that relationship. What Kanye says goes. Like he's the famous one. He's the rich one. He's the one dressing her, and she's seen but not heard.
But isn't it what the wife says goes though in our relationships?
In our relationships,
Yeah.
yes, very much so. It should be more equal in my
Probably why we
relationship too.
can't.
Okay, on to our next story. Hailey Bieber is pissed with her dad, Stephen, for casting public doubt on their marriage. And I could understand why. Like, why not just pray for them privately? Why do you have to get it on social media and say, hey, everyone, I need your prayers for their marriage? Like,
Yeah.
Dad, chill. Because now, as you've seen, they're followed around everywhere. What I wanted to ask is, are paparazzi usually waiting outside their church? Like, there's like 10 of them.
Oh, always.
Oh, they already
Always. Church Home is very, very well known in I think that it's located in Beverly Hills area. A lot of celebrities go to Church Home. They go I think it was every Wednesday night they hold church services, Wednesday and Saturday nights or something. So it's not like the normal like Sunday church or
It's
whatever.
the cool church.
It's the cool church. Yeah. It's like part of being the church is like part of being in the cool club.
So you don't think they have got unwanted attention or like...
No, I truly think they were walking out of church on the heels of what the dad just said. And they're not smiley people. If you look at all the photos of Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, they smile for photos on their Instagram and when they're with their friends. But when they are walking outside of a building or whatever with the paparazzi outside, they do not like that. Justin Bieber has had multiple incidences with telling paparazzi to like, you guys got the shot. Can you stop now?
Right. That's
So,
understandable.
I can understand that they were just caught maybe in a moment leaving church where they were just, you know, if they are going through, because that is what we are told, sources close to TMZ tell us that the couple is currently going through a private matter, like together. So that makes me feel like, okay, now it's all out there.
It is.
And they're not happy about that.
I wouldn't be because, you know...
So what are they supposed to come out like,
Hey guys, all's
No.
fine.
I think they just caught him at a bad moment.
Because there haven't been any public signs of trouble. You haven't seen like,
No.
ooh,
But-
until her dad
I know.
posted this saying prayer for the marriage.
Yeah, and you know, there's like some, you know, we can't. He's a very religious person. He does send prayers to a lot of people. Apparently he prays on Justin and Hailey all the time.
Okay.
But I feel like, and this is probably just me being the conspiracy theorist that my one friend has gotten me to be one now. Do you think that maybe the dad put this out to hide the sister's arrest?
Okay. I don't know because it's not being hidden on this podcast. Because crazily enough,
Yeah.
the sister got arrested
Yes.
in Georgia.
Hailey Bieber's sister, Alaia Baldwin.
This is crazy. She got arrested. Part of the arrest was because she threw a used tampon at someone.
I'm sorry, I can't laugh at that.
She was at a bar and she went to the employees only bathroom. And then they tried to kick her out of the employees only. And she got belligerent and combative. She yanked some of their hair. She kicked him in the groin. Then she went back into the same bathroom after doing that to do something with a tampon. And another staffer came in to try to kick her out again. She threw the tampon at him. And so they called the cops. She was arrested. And
Saturday night in Savannah, Georgia. And when were the prayers sent out? Monday?
No way, Nikki. I think
Yes.
you're right.
Savannah, Georgia. The bar called Club Elan, whatever, in Savannah, Georgia, called 911 on Saturday night, okay? So this girl gets arrested. Then all of a sudden, Justin and Hailey need prayers.
Wow.
I don't know, just a conspiracy theory I have.
I
We
like
have
that
and we have
conspiracy.
nothing to my conspiracy theory other than my own.
What about Alec Baldwin? Is he getting in trouble just to try to cover this up too?
Okay, no, we can't go there. Charlie, you take it always one step too
But
far.
those Baldwin brothers, Alec, Billy, and Stephen, they're always at the center of some sort of drama.
Something.
Billy is connected to the Danny Masterson stuff.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Like quite directly.
We need to pray for that.
Pray for that. Jeez Louise. Okay. Next story. Raquel or Rachel, she's suing Tom and Ariana for revenge porn. So this whole Sandoval happened because Ariana saw 2 lewd recordings on Tom's phone. These were recordings Tom took of Raquel on FaceTime. They were having a little FaceTime fun.
Yeah.
And she was undressing herself and pleasuring herself too. And Tom did the old screen record. And so they kept all of these for his private records that weren't so private after a while because Ariana found them. She was shocked and horrified. And allegedly, she sent them round to the Vanderpump Rules group. So that is called, disseminating this illegal recording. So there's 2 violations there. And so now she's taking them both to court. Also, Bravo's involved as well because for having a toxic work environment for Raquel during this time.
Yeah.
So Bravo's at the center of a lot of legal stuff
And
right now.
Sharing it. Ariana's, was allegedly, she stumbled across the footage and allegedly shared it with other VPR cast members. So that's like distributing porn.
Right.
Too. So I don't know what the allegations or like what's going to come for both of them.
It sounds illegal what they did though.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm going to leave that to the courts. I'm not going to speak on legality of anything.
Okay.
But I will say, what is Raquel's end goal with this, right? Are you waiting for Ariana and Tom to write you a check? Because it truly does seem like ever since your name got caught up in all of this and there was time to let the dust settle, every single podcast you're on talking about this is the only thing that you have going for you right now. So of course you're going to keep it going.
But does she deserve, a payday from them if they did do something like that? That seems like a big violation.
Is it her end game is to get a payday, or is her end game to set a precedence for all of the rest of the people that may encounter this during a reality TV show?
The prior.
You think it's the prior?
Yeah.
So what was because when you teased it earlier, you said you're team Raquel.
I've just got some sympathy for her. You know what I mean? This huge scandal broke and no one had heard her name now. And everybody had heard her name and she was that awful cheating bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had to go to therapy or was it a therapy or she had to go to some rehab for 3 months. And then she didn't return to the show because she was too affected. And now God knows what she's doing with her life.
Right.
Like everything was upended over a cheating scandal, which I think Tom Sandoval largely caused and lured her into.
100%.
And then her life is just done.
Right.
And so I hope she gets the payday. God knows what she'll do next. Maybe be the new Bachelorette or I don't know what she can do next.
I just hope she gets some peace because it seems like she's still not at peace.
No,
she's not at peace with any of this because on every podcast she keeps talking about it. And granted, she's going on Shayna Shay's not Shayna Shay's podcast. Sorry, she's going on these podcasts talking about this situation and involving other cast members too about what part they played in it. And at a point, it plays out. But I'm gonna give everyone out there, if you're gonna do some of this stuff for your significant other,
okay, give us some tips.
Never put your face in it. Hello. This goes
Ah.
back to the days when I'm not going to get there. But anyway.
Never put your face
No,
in
never put your face in it.
Good advice.
Baby girls and baby boys, never put your face in it.
Don't say baby there.
They're all younger.
Okay.
They are all younger. I know.
Okay, almost news. Geri Halliwell, Ginger Spice. She's married to the head guy at Red Bull Racing. So they're big Formula One team.
Nice.
She's married to the head guy, this Christian Horner, and he has just been exposed with having a bad or a inappropriate relationship with one of his staff members.
Oh, no.
So this is all coming out now as she has flown to the Formula One in Bahrain. And so she's there to support her husband. But as she was in the air on the plane, an anonymous email sent to all of the Formula One bosses and to media, to everyone, all of these secret WhatsApp messages between Christian and this unnamed Red Bull staff female woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is she is at the center of this now. They've got a kid, Monty, who's 7 or so.
Yeah.
They've been married for 9 years and their marriage was just perfect, reportedly. Just perfect. But now this uber rich guy, Red Bull Racing is massive. Red Bull is massive.
Yeah.
and one of the most famous pop ladies of our time.
Yeah.
They're really going through it, and it's in public because tomorrow, on Saturday, is when the race starts. She's supposed to appear by his side.
Do you think she's gonna go?
That's the big question everyone's asking, because
Oh.
will she be with him or won't she? Their marriage, as I said, was great. These text messages come out, and now it's just like,
Oh my
what would you do?
gosh. Well, I will say this: no one's perfect, and when you say their relationship was perfect, there's stuff happening behind
Probably,
closed doors
probably.
that we're not privy to. So we don't know the whole context of this. However, I will say, if that happened to me, I will not be showing up to the Formula One race. I will not be living in my home right now, or my
Right.
husband will not be.
Yeah.
He was allegedly, shortly after the leak, he was cleared in this misconduct.
He was cleared by like some panel, right?
Mhm.
This is because there was some allegations of it going on.
Mhm.
But then after he was cleared, 24 hours later
Mhm.
is when all those anonymous, like, oh, you think you're cleared?
Mm.
And then the anonymous sent around to everyone. So now he's uncleared, I suppose.
Oh, Lord Jesus. What would you do in this situation if you were
As who?
Geri?
As Geri? Yeah, I wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
How can you show up?
No.
But I mean, you got a son. You probably love the guy still. But he's been lying to you this whole time, saying nothing inappropriate happened. But now they've got the in black and white.
What I would do?
Oh, God.
I don't know what I would do. I hope I never have to encounter. What would you do if you were the man?
I would stop right now.
Oh my God. We
Is
can't
that
take
good?
anything seriously, can we?
Is that your favorite Spice Girls
No.
song too?
No, no, no.
What's your favorite?
Spice up your life.
Oh, really?
Every boy and every girl. We literally gotta go.
Okay. Thanks for joining me, Nikki.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope you
Okay.
guys all have a good weekend.